Hello guys, welcome back to the Green Brick channel. In a previous video I showed you that I could make a mod to allow Optimus Prime's knees to articulate. In this video I'm going to do a tutorial to show you how I did it. Does anybody else have trouble attaching his midsection to these couple of studs underneath? I can never line them up well, and what I end up doing is just kind of pushing it in place but not necessarily attaching it to the studs. If you built this already and played around with it a little bit, I'm sure it's happened to you at least once. So when you're bending the ankles, there's always this assembly that breaks free here. So if we want maximum movement, I suggest modifying this. We just put these cheese slopes back in here to cover up these studs. All right, there. We'll leave this out. All right, now to dissect Optimus Prime and show you how the mod is done. Only going to show you on one leg because it's mirrored, duplicated on the other side. So without further ado, let's break a leg. All right, the modification on the thigh is an easy one. All you've got to do is remove this piece right here and swap it with this one. It's going to be placed in the exact same position. All right, it only took me a minute to get that swapped out. Important to note though, this piece does not come with this set, so you'll need to, get it from a different source. To maximize articulation, I remove a couple of these 1x4 plates in the back. As you can see, his thigh hits those plates. And these plates will be reused. Try doing this with one hand. Will be reused for the modification I'm about to do. So the critical piece that I remove here in the lower leg is this one. So I'm going to swap that out with this piece. So now this original piece was connected to two studs on that red brick. This one though, I'm not going to connect to the red brick so that it can extend out and give us that mobility for the knee. And then I'll just put in a random colored brick back behind it just to fill in that spot. I've added two 1x1 bricks with one knob on the side. That's not part of the original instructions, but that'll help us conceal the knee when it's done. As you can see here on the other leg, I've got this assembly here attached using those knobs. So I've used some random colored plates to just kind of fill in the space there so that I can put this back on. So with a handful of dark blue, earth blue colored plates and a brick, I'm able to build this little assembly to conceal the knees. The 1x4 plate was the one, well, there were two of them that I took off the back of the leg, so I've reused those. So I'm just going to connect these together. And then bring this up here. there we go. Now all we got to do is just reattach it. So that's really all there was to it. Just be very careful in getting it to stand upright. You don't want this thing to fall down. It's going to break in the midsection. So I do recommend that when you do pose him, put him on display, that you attach his feet to studs. It's just more stable that way, so he doesn't, do a split on a smooth surface. You can see that when I move him around here, he's already so top heavy. You can see it bouncing a little bit. So it just gives me more peace of mind if I attach him to some studs. The mods do not affect its transformation into truck mode, though you do need to be careful when you lift it up that you support it at its articulated knees, or else, this could happen. So I hope you enjoyed this video. More videos to come, more mods, mocks, and everything Lego. Stay tuned.